There is another development in respect of the territorial claim by Guatemala. For the past few years, Punta Gorda's activist Will Mejia and a group called Belize Territorial Volunteers have raised the flag along the border with Guatemala. The celebratory and symbolic gesture has taken them as far as Gracias de Dios. The group feels there have been too many incursions and hardwood extractions in the area by Guatemalans. In the coming week, they have decided to take machetes to cut a line along the border with Guatemala. But Guatemala, we are told, is not happy about the event and has written to the Belize government to have Mejia cease and desist from taking his 100 machetes to the border on March 2nd. News 5 spoke via phone to Mejia, who says he will still swing his cutlass in Belize territory.
What really started our group, the Belize Territorial Volunteers, was when the Guatemalans came in and started taking produce from people's farm and stealing their horses. And we got together and formed this group that called the Belize Territorial Volunteer. And it basically is like a watchdog group to watch over our borders because people continue to come in. And what we want to do right now is to basically go on the borderline itself and demarcate it. We know that a border exists, a borderline there, but it has been neglected. It hasn't been cleaned. It hasn't been much of it hasn't been paid to it over the years. So what we want to do right now is to go there with machetes. We have stored 100 machetes, and we will go there and with hand we'll open back up the border. When the British were here, I could remember from Gracias a Dios, you could probably walk all the way up to Cayo through like a survey line. And it's not really possible right now because the border has been neglected, and we want to demarcate, starting in the Toledo district, and demarcate that border.
There are several things that are happening. Have you been requested, or someone, what would be the appropriate word to describe the meeting that was to take place in the capital at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs?
Well, I wouldn't want to comment too much on that right now, Jose, because the person who spoke to me said that they would want to keep it down, and I promised to keep it on the down low for right now. But if it is any talking or discussions about persuading us not to continue with our mission to keep an eye on the border or to clear the borderline, I've checked with with a couple of attorneys, and it is well within our rights as Belizeans to do that. So we will proceed with the clearing of the borderline.
Mr. Mejia, you're in PG right now, right?
Yes, that's correct.
That meeting that you can't speak of was supposed to occur in the capital today, so you haven't gone to that meeting?
No, I have not. I have not gone to that meeting, and let me clarify. I guess it falls under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But there was people from the referendum committee who were basically requesting that.
They don't want you to do this clearing of Belizean soil. Isn't that what?
I didn't get into much details because it was supposed to be a person-to-person meeting, and I decided, after speaking with our attorneys, they had advised to hold back from that meeting.
Okay. Do you think? I'm not sure if you're aware that Guatemala has dismantled the Comisión de Belize. If you're aware of that, do you think that may have had some impact on the referendum committee's rationale for not wanting you to go to the border?
I think it may have, although they would have to speak for themselves, but it may have. But I would like to say that I am just overwhelmed and I'm just humbled by the amount of support that I am getting from across this nation.
We contacted the foreign minister as well as Belize's ambassador to Guatemala, but no one would give a comment.